Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something big. We are breaking down the essential new rules for talking to AI. Get ready for the ultimate GPT-5 prompting guide. So, let me just start by asking you this straight up. Are the prompts you've perfected over the last couple of years actually ready for GPT-5? Because I'm going to tell you right now, the game has fundamentally changed. Okay, let's get into it. Here's our roadmap for today. We'll talk about why GPT-5 requires an upgrade to your skills, introduce your new secret weapon called the Optimizer, see it in action, geek out on some pro-level techniques, and then finish up with the single most important takeaway. All right, first up, it is absolutely time for an upgrade. See, GPT-5 isn't just more powerful, it actually thinks differently. And this means your old habits, well, they might just be holding it back. Here's a great way to think about it. You wouldn't put regular gas in a Formula One car, right? Of course not. Well, GPT-5 is that high-performance engine. And to get the most out of it, you've got to use high-octane fuel. And in this case, your prompts are that fuel. This all comes down to a core concept called steerability. GPT-5 follows instructions with surgical precision. Now, that's incredible, but it's also a double-edged sword. If you give it a vague or contradictory prompt, it'll burn cycles trying to solve an impossible puzzle, instead of just taking a good guess like older models might have. So how do you create that high-octane fuel we're talking about? Well, meet your new co-pilot, the Optimizer. Seriously, this is the single most important tool for getting your prompts ready for this new era. Think of the Optimizer as an expert assistant, or maybe a prompt linter if you're a coder. It automatically scans your instructions, refines them based on proven best practices, and it flags all those subtle little flaws that can cause big problems. So you can really see the shift here. Instead of leaving things to chance with these ambiguous requests, the Optimizer enforces your hard requirements from the get-go. It clarifies the constraints and makes sure every single part of the prompt is working for you, not against you. But talk is cheap. Let's actually see this thing in action. We've got two real-world examples that show the dramatic difference optimization can make. We're talking taking flawed prompts and turning them into state-of-the-art performers. So here's a baseline prompt for a coding task. At first glance, it seems reasonable, doesn't it? It's friendly, gives the model some flexibility, but hidden inside are some pretty serious mixed signals. Just look at these hidden contradictions. Stream in one pass, but also feel free to reread or cache. Aim for exact results, but hey, approximations are fine. Each one of these mixed signals is a fork in the road for the AI, and it's no wonder it leads to inconsistent and unpredictable code. And the impact is just staggering. After optimization, the average time dropped. Peak memory usage plummeted from over 3,600 kilobytes to under 600. And just look at the quality scores. Both adherence and code quality jumped to nearly perfect. That is the power of clarity. Okay, let's look at another test. And this time, it's a really tough one. Financial Q&A. The challenge here is to get correct answers from messy, corrupted documents and, this is just as important, to know when the information isn't there and refuse to answer. And again, the optimized prompt made a huge difference. Look at this first bar. Robustness, its ability to handle those messy queries, jumped significantly. The second bar, context grounding, shows it got much better at sticking only to the facts in the document. That translates directly to fewer mistakes and much more reliable answers. Now, the Optimizer is an incredible starting point, but for those who want full control, let's look at a few pro-level techniques you can apply manually. One really powerful concept is tuning the model's eagerness. You can prompt it to be more cautious by setting clear stop criteria and tool budgets. Or you can tell it to be more persistent, instructing it to never hand back control until a problem is completely solved, even if it runs into some uncertainty. You're in the driver's seat. Now, this is a brilliant technique for complex tasks, like building an app from scratch. You prompt GPT-5 to act as its own quality assurance engineer. It creates an internal rubric for what makes a world-class app, iterates on its own work, and only delivers the final product once it meets that high standard. It's like having a meticulous developer with a built-in code reviewer. And here's a fantastic real-world tip from the team at Cursor, the AI code editor. They found GPT-5 status updates could get a little chatty. Their solution was so elegant, they used an API parameter to set global verbosity to low, but then added a specific instruction in the prompt to use high verbosity when writing the actual code. And the result? The best of both worlds. You get concise updates and detailed, readable code. So after all of this, what's the one thing you absolutely need to remember? It all comes down to a single core principle for this new generation of AI. With GPT-5, clarity is not a feature, it's a requirement. Ambiguity is no longer a shortcut, it's a roadblock. The more precise and unambiguous you are, the more powerful the results will be. It's really that simple. Which leaves us with one final and I think really exciting thought. Now that you have the tools to command an AI with this level of precision, what are you going to build with it?